Hello, 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 and welcome back once again to Slaves to Armor, God of Blood, Chapter 2, Dwarf Fortress. And I see absolutely no reason to delay. Let's jump straight in. Dimension of Tempests, Learnedhall. And so here we are. I have a couple of plans already thought out of today. The most immediate of which going to be to do with this little bit of excavation here, laid out after the last stream, which leads up to here. We are going to try and get a water reservoir cut in, get a well in, and start setting up our hospital if we can. So cut out the space for the hospital here. Even though I don't have any medical dwarves yet, I do figure it's probably easier to assign an emergency medical crew than it is to create an emergency well. And that done immediately. I have been keeping a bit of an eye on the caverns, and everything looks pretty quiet. I have not seen anything aside from the tree mole and the naked mole dogs who have joined it since. Yeah. We had those couple of troglodytes right at the start, a couple of naked mole dogs sneak into the base, but I've seen no, large predators at all in this first cavern layer. Which has led me to thinking, I think a nice second major objective would be to try and maybe wall off this plateau area over here, fortify all this in, and get ourselves a section of cavern that we can use for grazing, maybe some mushroom farming, or even just conventional farming. We do have that little farm plot I set up, but it isn't doing too much, to be honest. Visitors. Yep. Apparently I stopped right before an autosave. Saving, saving, saving. Still saving. There we go. Yep, so you've dug this out. And so actual well is going to end up here. Looking down over this reservoir, the water will pour down the staircase. And hopefully, since we'll be pumping into an enclosed area, run absolutely no risk of flooding the base. We'll have the pump in here, accessible from the side there, wall this off. We should go. First of all, though, I need to start channeling out these layers between various parts. So that's the bottom, so channel out you. And channel out you. Channel out you. Channel out you. And just turn this all into a single large continuous stretch of space. Two of our dwarves are sparring. Let's see how that goes. Spear dwarf collapses and falls to the ground from overexhaustion. I think you're possibly meant to stop before then, when sparring, but... Kicked in the lower right back teeth, lightly tapping the target. There's some good parrying going on. Oh, one of our humans has grown attached to a copper mace. I got a couple of people trying to make some dye because I noticed we had some dye appropriate leaves too. The new dyeing system is something I'm quite interested in. Combat drills, watching demonstrations. I did try setting up this new stockpile to store their equipment in. We'll see if they actually do it after they get rid of their current equipment. Steel weaponry. I'm so happy that weaponsmith showed up. Oh, there we go. We're back to channeling more tiles. Oh, a caravan has arrived. Okay, we need to sort that out. What do we want to trade this year? So we have plenty of dwarven wine. Wouldn't be a bad choice. We could also trade this dwarven syrup. No, dwarven syrup is, or at least was, very difficult to actually make any use of. So I think that would be a good start. What else do we have under the barrels? $15 dwarven wine. I'm not too sad about trading away the featherwood barrels just because I like having the featherwood barrels, so I think I'll focus on trading away the other ones if I can. Nearly empty wine barrel. Siege. The Catastrophe of Night Extract is something I still want to get a hang or figure out what it is. Start with and see if it actually has any use. It probably doesn't. I think it's something to do with like the procedural angel and demon stuff. There's kind of slowly been filtering in over the last few versions. But we will see. It's something I should probably just do a bit of research on the wiki and see if I can get at least a vague clue of what it is, but that's right. We had the mugs were in very high demand and we'll want to trade those. So mini forges, water skins. I don't particularly want to get rid of those. Do we have a finished good one that is just? I definitely don't want to get rid of the codex. Mugs or finished good bins, finished good bins. I mean, if this one is just mugs, I will get rid of this featherwood one. Not just mugs, but I'm also happy to get rid of the other crafts that are in there. So we'll get you up. For anything else I particularly wanted to trade? I don't really think so. Definitely not trading my artifact. That's my first artifact. We're keeping that. Plug some furniture up. I don't really feel like it. I could sell some of my iron weaponry now that I'm no longer using it. I mean, I'll transport it up at least. Outpost liaison is showing up. Yep. Just like those goods come in, let the traders arrive. We'll get back to doing that. Where we're on the channeling, need to channel out you. Need to channel out you. I probably need to get the parts to actually make the screw pump as well. Add new task. Pipe section. And I'll need the giant corkscrew as well. I think you can make those out of wood, but in case you end up reusing it for a trap or something, we might as well make it out of iron. So I don't want to end up with a really dodgy wooden corkscrew in one of my traps later on by accident. More puppies. Wonderful, wonderful. Everyone's pretty busy. Looks like the goods all made it up here. On to diplomacy. The expedition leader, Thikat Ahmed, meets the outpost and laser Datan Katandarad. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. There is much to share. Information added to the menu. Let's see, anything in particular I would like. I need to do some instrument stuff. That's something else I can try and get done. Probably do just want more cloth. There's flasks. Yeah, I think cloth is the main thing we can't manufacture ourselves. I could order strawberries. History of Night. I have some. I don't think I'll order more until then. Powders. I could ask for some dyes. I wonder how much they charge for them. Probably a lot. It's probably something I'd prefer to make in-house. Components, training weapons. Yeah, we'll ask for some... We'll just ask for a bunch of cloth. Is plant, silk, leather. Yep. Yarn as well. Alpaca. Put that in. Oop, did that save? No, I did not. I need to hit done. Right, instead we shall ask for... Yep, horse leather. Plant cloth. Silk cloth. Alpaca wool done. Okay. Another need for footwear. Your various traders, any of you? People, I don't think traders are usually... Yeah, traders are usually new generated people without any pre-existing part. Look at everything you're carrying. Whole bunch of food, bunch of cloth. Broker requested at depot. You seem a bit upset. And being unable to pray. I mean, I do have the temple up, so... Hopefully you can get that sorted. You just have a lot of gods that you worship, I think. Hey, so what have you brought? Lay pewter ropes. A very expensive instrument. A llama. More Catastrophe of Night extract, which I might very well just buy. Some bags. Cloth. Cloth is the stuff we want. Gems, bolts. Not going to buy meat. Almost certainly not going to buy fish. Can buy plump helmets. Might get some strawberries, but we'll think about that later. Yarn. A loincloth? I don't know if we can natively manufacture loincloths, can we? If we can't, I don't know where you brought that from. Jesus. Oop. An expensive scroll, which I might just buy regardless if I can afford it. Okay, so let's see. So what do we have? 350 sheep wool. 360. 360 for 10. That's about 36 each. Yeah. So I'll definitely get the yarn then, since you're cheaper. You'll get you. We'll get sheep wool, sheep wool. Is it all just wool cloth? Get some pigtail cloth as well. We'll get you. Get you. What can we trade in return? Can I afford this? Yeah. So all the cups we made. That gets us most of the way, which is wonderful. And we'll also sell some wine. Yep, give them a good profit. Okay, so can I squeeze in some more Catastrophe of Night? Another Catastrophe of Night barrel? Might as well. You. And then maybe some strawberries. Capers, bilberries, onions, cranberries. Oh, blueberries. You know what? I just got the very first blueberries off my blueberry bushes I planted a while back in today. We'll get some blueberries to celebrate because blueberries are very tasty. Trade. Wonderful. Thank you for your business. I am also pleased with the trading. No trader needed. I need to clear up this stockpile by getting a... just some clothes there. By getting a designated dining room stockpile in position. We'll finish off by... do I want to channel? There, I think I do want to channel. There. Yep, like that. Then once that's done, we order these two. And then we should be ready to start getting the screw pump in position. So I don't know what you're doing down there. More puppies. Oi, mate, get out. Why are you attending a meeting down here? What's our expedition leader doing at the moment? On your way to conduct a meeting. Yeah? Did you get stuck? You did get stuck. Okay. Never mind. Construction. Law. What is the closest thing? Yeah, use one of the slate blocks right next to it. Okay, and now we deconstruct you. I need to sort out these farms, make them a tad more usable. Oh, if anyone goes down there, you only have yourself to blame at this point. So we'll dig out these, and when we seal it in, we can just have a wall there, and run it back. No more monster slayers, thank you. Double check nothing horrific has shown up. Where were we? Creatures, other. Yes, I was confused by the dwarves, but those are our merchants. Nothing horrific has shown up. Bunch of ravens up on the surface. Okay, so we want to build. Machines and fluids are an M. Screw pumps are a P. We want you running your back faces that way. So what's the best way to set this up? Actually, I think the best way might be like this. Granite block, enormous iron corkscrew, airborne pipe section, which means I didn't actually need either of those two walls. Never mind, we can immediately start walling those back in. We definitely want to use some blocks, so we make sure they're bringing them in from the right direction. Good. Oh, both of those in. We're just waiting on the block to come in. Build N for construction, L for wall. And you can also be a slate block. Yep. You're off very angry onto not quite as angry. I'm assuming that is the monster hunter. Yeah, meditating on happiness. Apparently made you a bit happier. Few details of thing. Huh. Is that you? Are those things you're on the meditate ones? Plates, door? Oh, I did not know that menu was there. The glove has just been dumped. Okay, so look at this. So that should be a solid wall. Water runs in here, down the stairs. The stairs should not provide an obstacle. We'll then start filling in this reservoir till we get to, once we get to this level, the third one, I want to order it to try and stop. See how this goes. At the very least, this shouldn't be able to flood my fortress. The worst it'll do is backfill up to here. Start pumping manually. Oh, you coming on the way? Nope, you are storing the glove that was dropped there. I don't even know where you came from, mate. Look at that go. God, this moves so quickly. Water just thundering down the stair pile. Up mist. Yep, you're filling up. You're filling up. Yeah, so once this layer with the glenna starts filling up, we order them to stop. Yep. Okay, yep, that'll be our signal to stop now. Stop pumping manually. Let's see where that finishes. get up to now 7? Are we going to end up with any here? Nope. Yeah, that was very well timed. 6 to 7 in here. Of the open space, and then the well will go above that open space, just in there. A little bit of water just here, just a dusting, that won't cause any problems. And let's remove this screw pump in case I want to put it anywhere else, and then we'll wall off this corridor. Still no interesting critters. Still no interesting critters. Or dangerous critters. The mundane non-underground stuff, and even the mundane underground stuff, can be interesting. Wall. Yep, so I don't particularly want stuff going down the well, so we will start the wall here. Plate blocks, and back. And that should be pretty proof to intrusion. Yep, build L for wall, L for wall. Another slate block, there we go. Yep. Makeshift. I'm just setting up the hospital. Got a cistern just pumped down, all excavated, and this is going to be the hospital space. So that tile in the corner, I think, or do I want to do one across? I might do in the corner over there, is now going to be channeled down and stick the well in. And wells are under something in this UI, under, yes, rest of the machinery. Granite well, willow bucket. Get you in. And now I need to remember how to set up a hospital. Is it from meeting area? Yeah. Locations such as hospitals and stuff are established. It specifies it there. So designate all of that. New location. New hospital. The Ochre Sanctuary. Do I want to just call it the Ochre Sanctuary or actually hospital? Sure. Just call it hospital on there. And now I need to start actually getting things in here like beds and stuff. No. Furniture. Build furniture, bed, keep placing, ease closest, please. Great. Yep, all those beds in there. That should be nice. And get some traction benches and stuff in position. Coffers in here as well. Tables. Furniture. H for chess. Basic hospital. Well is operational. Nope, do not have soap yet. Do have all the ingredients for it. I still need to set up my ashery though. But that is a very good reminder. That's the next thing that needs to happen. After I check who these new migrants are. 3 migrants it looked like. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. We have a 7-year-old child who's arrived along with your father, who's a fish dissector. Not the most useful. Anything else weird? New preferences. You detest moon snails. And you like gutter cruer. Excellent. So, fish dissector and shearer. So you are a competent sword dwarf. You're probably getting drafted into the military. Bad intuition, little inclination towards music, bad memory, leisure time wasteful. You like maces despite being a sword dwarf. Cows for their haunting moos. And who are you? Adequate milker. Ah, so you're... Yeah. Husband and wife. Or I don't think... Mother, yeah, mother's a different person. So stepmom here. You have a family. Competent spear dwarf. You might both be brought into the military. Social intuition, patience, intuition, willpower, very good words. Or focus, analytical ability, spatial sense. Values honesty, dislikes cooperation. The description. Rarely sick and agile, somewhat weak. Slow to heal, flimsy, very quick to tire. That does not sound that good for military dwarf, but I imagine you'll survive. Anyone else coming in? Nope, just that family. Good, good, good. Where were we? Yes, so soap and traction benches and stuff. We will want to dig out that chamber a bit more. I think I need some more ropes and chains. I want to start making fancy metal chains. Ooh, I thought we could make lead chains. I have tons of galena lying around. I have even more sphalerite, though. Work order. Melt a bunch of that sphalerite, please. Yeah, struck galena again. Yeah, down in that corner. And up in there. O for workshop. I keep thinking it's W, but W just moves you because WASD. Win. Is there anything else we're still missing? Oh, it's got mechanic. We don't have a screw press yet, but I don't need a screw press. We also need you soap maker and go in here, maybe? Sure. Temple's getting very busy. Still had a petition to get up to 10 people yet for a temple. Not quite there. And we going on poke and charcoal and stuff. Still got plenty. Merchants leaving. Yep, so let's see. Yep, we just need to lie. Got plenty of tallow. Tasks. Sure. Stick in a work order. Make some lye, please. Military dwarves are still practicing. Your mood is still a bit odd. Combat drills. Getting up there, learning some skills. Need to automate that at some point, but for now we shall keep just processing the plants. The bit of water we've drained has now got the numbers fluctuating wildly across the cavern. All done. Lie. Oh, yes, you make the ash first, then... Okay, yes, you burn the ash in the wood furnace. Okay, work order. Make ash there. And then we make lye from the ash. It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. Apparently we're out of bins. Let's make a few bins, because need a decent amount of wood still. And I need to get some of the food, move down to here. Custom food, prepared meals, drinks. Yep, and finished goods. Yeah. We're going type. Goblets. Store those in here. What should I even call this? Just leave that for now. What did I name you? Okay, you're just unnamed dining hall at the moment. Name you the feasting hall. And you were the feasting hall stockpile. Do that. Feasting hall stocks. There. Starting off with an empty barrel. Oh, already gotten some good memories in on our new fish dissector. Delighted watching a performance. Yeah, that is a giant rat. Where did you come from, mate? Dog and the giant rat are fighting. Are there any others in here? No. You were up in that corridor, by the looks of it? Yeah, got a cut on your leg. How are you doing? Yeah, seriously injured, exhausted, unconscious. Okay, dog's already got you. It is torn open. Where did you sneak in from? You'll come in caverns, but presumably you crawled all the way up over the surface, which is a tad unexpected. And you've died. Good, good, good. Nothing else? No. Oh, they keep having puppies. Do we have all the ash done? Not yet. Couple more to go. A new dwarf and a... We had a new sword dwarf and a new spear dwarf, didn't we? Which I do think I'll draft, even though they weren't the best in physical attributes wise, but good equipment should hopefully make up for it. Blocks, bars, what I wanted. Plenty of iron. How much steel do I still have? A couple of pig iron. No steel? No steel. I need to remake some. Make steel bars. More pig iron afterwards. Yep. Now you've started working on the lye. At least you're bringing the ash over. That's all cleaned up. Right, butcher's already taken care of the giant rat. Yep. Still happily, still happily working away. Oh, the plump helmets and stuff. Storing up. Might as well get some mill orders in. No more giant rats? Not yet. What's still left here? Still a scroll. Never been taken out. And a parchment scroll. Circled bands, cougar bone, rollers made from native copper. Concerns geometric objects, points, lines, circles, triangles, and so forth. I would have thought you would have ended up in here. Scrolls, codices. Scrolls aren't under the same section as codices? Bit of oddness, not certain where they'll be under. Oh well. I mean, it doesn't harm it if it just sits in the trading depot. More monster hunters. Work orders. You're still on making lye. Couple of people with no job. Yep, they're just dumping their armor on the floor. Okay, some of it got stored in the stockpile. Oh, claimed a stoneworker's shop. Yep. Zutan Kogagan. Okay, you are a gem cutter and stuff. Decided that you were also a Grandmaster miner, because I've had you mining a lot. So, let's see, what are you currently thinking of? How do I check what you're thinking of in the current version? Particularly secretive, strange mood. You are currently dragging some mica. Oh, just the mica, okay. Puppies. Goodness, piglets. See, what will you make? What will you make? Lonely after being away from family for too long. Unfortunately, friend, you don't have any family. You have a lover. If you get married or have kids, that'll help, but there's not much I can do about that. A mica coffer. Miss Tamel. Well done. Which makes you a legendary miner. Satisfied upon creating an artifact. Satisfied upon improving mining. Look at you. This is a mica coffer. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of oval mica cabochon. On the item is an image of 2 pearl millet plants in mica. On the item is an image of reproduction before and after the Galena-bound codex in mica. Ah. Plums. Just a book. I'm pretty sure you're one of our starting dwarves. I don't think you've ever seen that book in your life, but I will accept it. I'll find a use for it somewhere, improving the value. We can go in a noble's room once I get that up. Yeah, makeshift. The artifacts are very fun. I know some people like setting it up so you always get good artifacts out of, artifact weapons and whatnot, but I love just letting the dwarves make whatever they want, see what they turn up with. Yeah, I do need to assign a chief medical dwarf in order to make use of you. I do not need more monster hunters. Make Lightar seems to keep appearing and vanishing. We'll try this again. See if I can get someone to actually come in and do it. Maybe if I just queue them up manually, it'll actually happen. No? Am I missing something? I shouldn't be out of barrels or anything. Castles make light, need empty bucket. How am I out of buckets? I made a ton just before. I mean, make wooden buckets. Okay, now it's actually happening. Huzzah. Means I can just make soap from tallow. Keep that operating in the background. Also plants, and over a bunch of stacks of 1 and 2 oats. Yeah, like that. Might as well turn into some oat flour if they can. Oh, then now we're out of bags. We are always running out of stuff. I still need to get proper cloth production set up in winter at the moment, so yeah. Okay, on that note, I know what we're doing next. We have up above us this large section of cavern, which is in relation to our fort, the Grand Gate. This is our clothing section. Got a tunnel up from here, up. And we'll emerge in here, and then we just need to figure out how we're blocking this off. We have choke points here. We have choke points across here. The obsidian thing, which I'll probably just keep on the outside for security when we reach that in the far, far future. Yep, choke point Choke point, choke point. Choke point. Just across here. No breaches in that wall. Natural choke point across here. Natural choke point across here. Still no beasties. Still no beasties with a bunch of monster hunters in the fortress who aren't trying to path to anything. Hey. Claiming this cavern. Nice, pretty large corridor. Okay, and I will need a ton of stone blocks being made. Stoneworkers workshop. Make rock blocks just out of anything. And get the one up here near the entrance. Make rock blocks. Make rock blocks. Make rock blocks. So first of all, get ground level in position. I'll keep building after placement. Yep, you're a good choke point. Yeah, you, however, are not, so I need to block there. Block. Block. Yeah, block. You can both be choke points. Here. And here. Need to do a different sort of block now. Granite blocks. Over on this side, we have you. You. Yep, you're all pretty good, it looks like. It's there. And I am just going to need to cut down that tree. There. Cut down that tree, please. Instructions. So we'll have that one just inside. Deal with that when it comes to it. We'll just need to put up some more fortifications around it in all likelihood. Okay, what else do we have? Blockwise. Orthoclase blocks. Okay, and that's all of our current blocks. Get you. Yeah, they can get destroyed now, ogres with pickaxes, but they'll come in a siege, and this is more just to keep marauding cavern wildlife out. So, I think Forgotten Beasts and stuff still can't smash down walls either. They'll keep that secure from anything that tries to crawl in from the map edges. I haven't seen any of the new siege stuff. It's something I'm kind of looking forward to, kind of half dreading. So, see how it turns out when we get to it, though. Dwarves swarming forward in order to deal with this. Yeah, I haven't looked too closely, So I'm not too concerned about what they'll do. I know they'll dig the eggs and trolls will come with pickaxes. I also know, however, that I was informed this last stream because we're at war with another dwarven faction. They're one of our main enemies. Like, I did some looking Legends mode. Almost all the dwarves who are Immigrate Hero veterans from fighting other dwarves. Dwarven sieges will also spawn with pickaxes and they'll dig in as well. Because I think they can both also construct over, like one high fortifications like this, or even two high. If there's a gap, they'll build stairs, climb over the top, and then stairs to get down the other side, even if they can't dig through something. Yeah, I didn't realize we were at war with other dwarves when I picked this civilization, so I'm vaguely dreading the day a bunch of steel armored dwarves with pickaxes show up and kind of tunnel into the middle of my dining room. Constructions. Yep, get the stairs in. We've trapped one of our cats outside the fortress. She was blissful after a bath, love after gaining a sibling. You are now locked outside of the fortress. Well done, Miss Cat. That's the skeleton of our monster hunter who climbed a tree and then could not get down again. Instructions. Yep, you can just get down there. We will need to get some floors in, slept after placement. Let's do a ramp out to here. Blocks. Yep, and then we'll start doing that. So how do I do this? I go build, construction, wall. No access. Should be able to just climb up there. Do I need to put like a floor down? That does not feel like. I thought it automatically put floors in. I just put a floor there. Okay. What if I just try and build a wall here? Okay, well, let me do that. So I will need to do like scaffolding. I suppose it's not the worst thing. It makes it a bit more resource intensive, but it's not like stone blocks I'm ever gonna run out of. Lie in position. But you'll walk on top of it for the purposes of building that, but you won't walk on top of it for the purpose That's weird. Why weren't you letting me place it before, but now you are? No matter. I suppose it makes this part simple at least. That's the 2 high wall, and we'll do a 3 high wall. Keep building up until we eventually blocked off the whole area. Yep, you're also making rock blocks. Soap from tallow has been done. We now have a bunch of soap ready. And was grown to become a stray yak bull. The amount of cats I have is continuing to increase. It's probably time to go on a cull imminently. Our military dwarves have, yep, successfully gone on break and are enjoying being back in their rooms. Wonderful. So I just order you to do this. Will you do it correctly? We shall see. Are you going to... Yep, you are not going to do it correctly. You're going to roll yourself in. Never mind. Cancel. Cancel. We shall need to remove all of you. Slate blocks. Build, construction, wall. Slate block. Start doing it like that, one at a time. Meantime, down here. Okay, yeah, so water's going to make it slightly tricky to fortify this end. We'll do our best, regardless. I need to get more stairs in, yep, up to there. Using some mica blocks. Make using some limestone. N for construction, P for stair. And we go down, back up, down, back up. Those should be the stairs in. Yep, and it is in fact time for a cat cull. L for wall. Oh, the limestone is a very nice color and used as a building material. I guess that makes sense. Anything? How does this work again? So we have the wall. Use slate block. And then last in, first out. So I want to go... order the building like that. I think they'll try and build that one last. Nope. Cancel. Cancel. It probably is just quicker just to do scaffolding, isn't it? Yeah. Gonna be how we're handling it. What I really want to do is put the stairs in the middle so I can do one from both sides. Like I'm doing over here. That makes it much, much easier. Out onto Dolomite. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Keep getting these Monster Hunter petitions. And they're vaguely annoying. Oh, good. Attach the steel short sword. That's the correct weapon to grow attached to, friend. Need to get some more stairs in position to start doing these ones. Quite tall. Granite. Yep. So we have back to mica. Build construction wall. Yeah. You in. Yep. Mica blocks. You in. You in. Look at that. This side, at least, is almost sealed in. Cats. People gaining different jobs. Another cat trapped outside. Afraid after experiencing trauma. What did you do to experience trauma, friend? You run into something you didn't want to run into? There are two giant moles on the map. Okay, where's that other one? Giant mole in the base. Okay. Military. Time for you to start working. Station. Ready. Everyone, gather all your equipment, please. I noticed it was not in the armory. It appears to be leaving again, but still see if our military dwarves can deal with it. Where are the others? Getting provisions. Come on, you should be all equipped and ready all the time. Okay. What do we have? Let's look at your equipment. Oh, bugger, that's right. You're still trying to use metal shields. I need to make those. You don't have trousers or shoes? You should have trousers or shoes. We'll update your equipment after this and double check. Meantime, other... Zoom to giant mole. Kill order on the mole. Yep. Dwarven vomit. Dwarves heading up to the surface. Trying to avoid the need for that, but that will also be the good thing about climbing these caverns. We won't need to go up to get wood as much, hopefully. You are much slower. What's your... Only a novice armor user? Compared to competent, huh? You've all been enlisted for more or less the same time. Get provisions. Going to go sleep. They're not very good at this, my soldiers, are they? Well, we'll see how just the two of you do. You're going to end up on the surface? You're probably going to end up on the surface, aren't you? Yep. So... see how you're doing. Giant mole is having trouble breathing. That is a very good sign. Lashed in the body. An artery has been opened. Tearing the muscle. Tearing this lower spine's nervous tissue. Tearing off a leg. Very well done. Bits of mole flying everywhere. No waters. And you just dumped your armor on the surface. Come on. Why did you just dump your armor on the surface? You need that. Yeah, I do not have the hang of managing their equipment yet. How are we doing up here? Okay. I think what we're going to do is start deconstructing those on the way down. We want to start build construction wall. Yep, keep building after placement. Start fortifying these. A human spearman, legendary miller. Anything else showing up? No. We are good. position. I'm gonna do you first things first. I want to get some more floors over here. Quick save, early spring. Made it another year. Saving, saving, saving. There we go. Viewing position. N L. Starting to remember these instructions. Out of those blocks. We still have more, yeah, a bunch of limestone. Deconstruct the topmost stair. And now we want to build a stair in the middle. To there. Then we can do 2 blocks at a time and walling off this side now. Popping my head for the music a little bit here. I do like the new songs in the graphics version. They are quite good and keep playing that energy, the initial little guitar riff, just in the old Dwarf Fortress version, quite well. Now with the north side blocked off. With a second person. No, that's the person who I commemorated a long time ago. You've finally been discovered. Died of dehydration. This was one of our first monster hunters. They went down into the cavern, and I assume they must have, like, climbed the mushrooms, gotten on top, and then couldn't get back down again. I've already got a slab up for them. No. Unfortunately, probably not gonna bother trying to retrieve them because I'm not gonna get dwarves stuck up there. Elven caravan. What sort of stuff you bring in? Fruit. Egg yolks. I don't know if there's anything here I even want to bother trading. I guess I'll get a tiny bit of fruit. More variation. It's what we have that does not involve wood that I could sell them. There's our soap. So our metalwork and stuff is probably mostly fine for them. I could sell them some mechanisms. Iron high boots. Why do I have so many cabinets? So I'll bring them a little bit of furniture. Sell them that. Yep. That should do nicely, and I'll trade that for a handful of fruit. I don't want much off them, so... You're all back to training. Broker requested. probably on this front. Hopper remains. At least you'll keep yourself fed out there, stray cats. I really want to get them. I could just stick some walls through. You all done? You're all done? Okay, so for blocking these, we have access to vertical bars. Vertical bars, great. Blocks creature, allows passage of fluids and items. Blocks can be built on any floor, can be built over. Vertical bars. Yeah, you're only one deep, so can I get some vertical bars constructed in here? Will that work? Blocked at that location. Trying to remember how you block off waterways. It has been too long since I last played. How do I do this? How do I do this? Furniture. Blocked at this location. Yeah, so I need to place it on a valid floor tile. But that does not seem to think there's a valid floor tile there. And I don't really just want to leave a space where things can swim underneath, but blocking in this entire lake seems like a lot of work. And I could just pave it over. You know what, that might be what I do. We're paving over this lake? Sure. Blocked at this location. Okay, yep, like that. Just start. Limestone blocks there. This is just going to take a bunch of blocks. Dolomite block there. Slate block there. Yeah, one of our human lashes has gotten out into the caverns. We'll need to eventually bring you back in. These blocks. Barring rock cabinets. Masterpiece stuff. I do have access to lots of sand now too. I can get glass done, which will be nice and helpful. I need glass for some of the instruments I want to get working on. Work orders, I need more rock blocks. Work orders, more rock blocks. So I have to trade here. What are you selling? Wood seeds, a lot of tree seeds, yep. Lots of stuff I need. Wooden mail? Probably not. Leaves and fruit. There we go, that's most of the stuff I'm interested in, I think. Yep, it is. We shall grab some. So I want to sell you, you, and you. That is 90. I will buy apples, pears, cherries, more apples, maybe. More pears. Apricots. Peaches, nope, just like that. Trade. Business, and unfortunately, that is all I'm really interested in selling you at the moment. Are you wearing a bronze helmet? Your job, make a bit more pig iron. Your job, make a bit more steel. Your job is to make another steel spear and another steel sword for now, from the two we made earlier. The number of pigs is increasing. You in? So, build constructions. We will keep flooring all this. I want two there. Then we have slate blocks, dolomite blocks. Not enough blocks yet? Never mind. Ah, I very nearly remembered the full sequence of instructions there. Nope. Wrong thing. Floors. And then you're almost sealed in now. I remain slightly uncertain how to go about placing these. if I come up from underneath, will I be able to see? That might be it, because I can't actually see the tile under them at the moment, which is what's causing the problem. It's just saying blocked at this location. Right, but that's just for like trying to place it in the air. Because there's only one tile wide, so we do see this tile. Oh dear, we've got a spot missing here. Oh, that should work now. Not that. I need the floors, so I do probably just want to start getting the walls in now. Migrants have arrived. And let's see what we have. Okay, we have some critters. Vessel, a dwarven child whose parents are both arriving here. Yep. Along with, a family with 3 children. Arriving, though you do have some older half-siblings already here. Oh, did I just see armorer? I did just see armorer. Okay, yep. Oh, that is wonderful. Needed an armorer. Nieces and nephews. Just you were 4 years old. Everything is alright, apparently, and you've no skills beyond being an adequate dancer. Also brought a stray cavi pup, Kane. A stray mule foal, Kane. Here we go, wood burner. Your uncle is in the fort. Wait, you're one of my monster hunters, correct? Thoughts? Memories, yep, being granted residency. So what are your skills? Adequate wood burner. No other skills. Former prisoner of the godforsaken mites. You're a 6-year-old child. Yep. Oh, we have a bunch of migrants arriving, apparently. Yeah. Stray horse foal. Stray baby alpaca. Here we go. Okay, a trapper. I could actually maybe use a trapper. Bow dwarf, unfortunately, rather than another skill. Your wife is a gelder. It's also coming in. They're also new. We have a miner. I love your hair. It is massive and excellent. And you have some distant cousins and stuff. 2 pets. You have a puppy and a lamb. Steel pick. Adequate miner. No other skills. Guess I could use another miner. There's your pet puppy. It is very cute. There's your pet lamb. Okay, you're the Gelder. With no other abilities. The hauler duty. You're the adequate armor smith. You're better than nothing. No other thoughts, abilities. Yep, I'm gonna need more bedrooms after this, I think. We're pretty close, so... Adequate cook. The great-haired miner was your cousin. Competent sword dwarf. Might get you in. I have a lot of sword dwarves in my military. 9-year-old child, who's, yep, mother is the Gelder. Aunt is in our army. Cousins, yep. Come on, look at everyone. Gelder. Okay, there were 2 Gelders. I thought it was... At least you're a spear dwarf. I can make use of you. Adequate herbalist. A lot of people with low skills. Younger brother is an animal caretaker. Ah, your uncle. Yep, Patton. There's the animal caretaker. No other skills. Wouldn't it be grand to just take my life off and do nothing for the rest of my days? Golden child. Yep, you're the third of that group of children. I think we've seen the other 2. An adequate fisher dwarf. I want to get fishing up in that underground lake I have access to now. Adequate woodcutter, adequate weaponsmith, adequate stoker. Already have a legendary weaponsmith, but suppose you're useful as a backup. Another bow dwarf. Getting so many bow dwarves. Soper. Is that everyone? That's everyone. We're up to 50. And I believe that's where I put my initial pop cap on, so it's just immediately jumped us to pop cap. But that's actually why I even had the pop cap on, because I remembered all my migrant waves being about that large, and I didn't want to get too rushed too quickly while I was learning the new version. Look at all those new arrivals. We have work to do. New bedrooms. Nobles and administrators. I do probably want a chief medical dwarf in. No one has any relevant skills yet. And I do want someone in the position. First things first though, let's order some more bedrooms to be carved out. This space in here. Cut a couple of bedrooms in here. Not going to be using this space for much else, not at this scale. I could have like a workshop or something tucked in there, so no, we'll keep our bedrooms down along here. Yeah. Get southern wing in. Yep, I think it's time to get the southern wing in. We'll cut along there. And I just keep it slightly further away from there. We will have 3 bedrooms along here. Another 3 bedrooms along here. We'll cut you like that. Not gonna add some furniture and stuff in. I don't think, yeah, I never actually fully furnished all of these places, so use closest for this, please. There we go. Build furniture, N for cabinet. Instructions. Stairs in. Like that. Nope, that was not what I wanted to do. We do it like that. Okay, so I want to go build, construction, stair, select after placement. We will use some dolomite blocks. Use some orthoclase blocks. And we shall use some slate block. Wall. That locked in. I wonder if the person I locked out here is gonna starve to death eventually. Where are my monster hunters? Human Lasher. Oh, you managed to get back in. Well done. Slightly concerning. Yep, bunch of people, no jobs. Okay, so we'll dig out a little slot over this side, which can be the Master Armorsmith Forge. Build workshop for the metalsmith, out of anvils. Right. We made our mica. You are the master armor smith. Can I get a forge in after that? I can. Workers. We shall assign you to adequate weaponsmith, legendary armor smith, adequate armor smith for now, because you were the best we have. Steel spear, steel short sword. I want you to start making some steel mail shirts. And some steel helms. And I do want to get a couple more people in. Hey, Tenuous. Who were we doing again? So, spear and a sword. We have Aerith, who's a milker, which is not a particularly useful one. Let's take a look at you. Meditating on forgiveness, milker, brewer, competent spear dwarf. No other real thoughts? Yep, you're the one who came in married to the fish dissector. Yeah. I reckon you're probably going to end up in the military. Values, honesty, cooperation. That seems good. Watch the description. Weak. Also not great. But that's a spear dwarf. Who's a good swords dwarf? I also have a Gelder as another spear dwarf. Yeah, you'll be liking? That's okay, Tenuous. Just kind of messing around, learning stuff as I go. Why not fish dissector? Yeah, let's look at this fish director, Doosan. Yeah, no other skills beyond all of this. Lindsay, very quick to tire, hardly ideal. How about this cook, Geshad the cook? I think, how do I get rid of this tab now that it's open? Yep, like so. Item skills, combat, yeah. Geshad is a pretty good sword dwarf, I am thinking, just from those. Quick to tire and very flimsy. At least she's strong. So assign position 5 to Geshad. Assign position 6. Deer Dwarf. It's probably that Melka or the Gelder. Bemble versus Aerith. Let's see. Bemble has no other skills. Iffy memory, little inclination towards music. Agile. Aerith the Melka has... Yep. And is weak. Sure, so you can instead go to Bamble. 2 more dwarves in the military. Good, good, good. And you're working on that steel. So labor. Do I have planters? Yeah, planters don't only select to do this, and I want some more people working on that so I can get some of our miscellaneous farmer type people like Earth, Solon, and the Gelder all also working on that just to make sure there's plenty of people at any point. This temple is getting overcrowded. I need to start making more. And I also probably want to get a pasture in here. And start pasturing pet animals at least. Down in the caverns. Cave pasture. We don't want to pasture down here. Okay. We want to get that rabbit. We want to get lamb. Yep. Animals like that can stay down here where it is safer. Animals up the top can be our various stray ones, and they can help keep an eye out for nasty critters. Build furniture. B for portal. Build furniture. Do I have no doors? Half a door? Yeah, I do. Use closest material. Get a bunch of these in. Build furniture bed. Build furniture cabinets. Get some of those in. Build furniture chests. Get some of those in. Yep, we have. Zatan has given birth to a boy. Where's that on our stone carver? That is your 5th child. Godin is a Godin Salvils, the tiny dwarf baby. Patient, not inclined to abstract. Over-reliant on advice, however unswayed by emotions. I see some of the wine is finally starting to get down here. God, there's too many dogs, too many cats. And you start training some of these dogs, and going to be a cluster of war dogs out over here, probably. Just thinking, yeah. Playing make-believe up on the surface? Oh, okay, if your parents think it's safe, I won't gainsay them. Anyway, back up to the caverns here. I want to get some fields just growing. Workshop. Yeah, it is weird that farm plots under workshops. Very strange. Just growing pigtails down here. how do I want to position you? Probably like that. Old construction wall. You up a bit further. And I probably want to assign this cavern exclamation point. A1, please. As F4. Cool. How are you guys doing? Interesting, satisfied? You seem to like learning at least. I have lost track. There we go, there we are. What's apricot wine, steel? Yeah, so I need... let's just see if I go select Fire Defense Patrol Order, equip, and update equipment, and just gonna see how that sorts out. Okay, so people are finding stuff. Need more shoes, more gloves. I need a bunch of shields. More trousers? Cool. Shoes, trousers, shields. Okay, yeah, summer pigtails. Pigtails. And I'll want to get some standing orders regarding those pigtails. Farmer's workshop. Process plants. Check monthly. Yep. Yeah. Every month, if you have pigtails, try and process just a whole ton of them. 80 pigtails. Build construction wall. Any interesting critters knocking around? Doesn't look like it. Did the mole go away? The mole starved to death. Oh dear. A fey mood. On the herbalist who only just arrived. Sure. See what you do. Flamecraft Dwarf. You grab some wood. And some more wood. Dolomite blocks. Ooh, galena. That could be silver, or it could be lead, or it could just be the raw... Will it just be the raw ore? I think it will just be the raw ore, because on this. Zinc. Unmet need, craft object. Well, you're about to, so... See how that turns out. Okay, so how did my squad end up looking? Okay, yeah. Trousers, boots, gloves, and I need to get the shield. Let's get that now. Just a bunch of orders lined up. And stocks, bars. What do I have? I have a bunch of iron, bunch of brass. Don't know much in the way of steel. I'll get you working a bit more. You make some more pig iron. Pig iron, you can start working on steel. And now you can just make some iron high boots. Where we are, iron high boots. Forge iron high boots. I'm gonna get some shields out. What do I have? Otherwise, do I have any bronze? I could just make iron shields, sure. Still working? What are you gonna make, friend? Well, I was thinking you were a pretty useless dwarf, but we'll get something. You've made a legendary cup. Atesh Bogosho. Atesh Bogsosh. A fungi wood cup. This is worth 4,200. This is a fungi wood cup. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality, encircled with bands rectangular galena cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of dolomite and menaces with spikes of fungi wood. On the item is an image of round, brilliant cut gems in alder. On the item is an image of a forgotten beast in zinc. I need to get more wood. Start clearing some of these trees. Yeah, that's why I came down here in part. See how woodcutters start getting me some fungi wood and some tower cap. Oh, that's our pipe section, that's what that is in there. I need to keep getting these bedrooms up. I don't even know if I ever actually turn these into bedrooms after assigning them. We'll get to that. Build portal, half a door. Cabinets. Did I get all these with cabinets yet? Looks like it. Furniture, H for chests. All of your chests. You don't. Oh, you don't have. Okay, you don't have a cabinet either. We'll get to that. Fine rooms, bedroom. Sign, bedroom, multi. There we go. That should make a bunch of people happy. receiving, storing, everything pretty busy still. So many dogs. Get rid of a couple of our dogs. Keep the population slightly under control. Details. I do want uniform replaces clothing rather than worn over. Partial match. Okay. I'm not too certain what that does, but I do just want them equipping as much stuff as possible at this point. More bins. Sheriff, hammerers. I do need a chief medical dwarf in who has something Gelder. I mean, that's associated with medicine. Or Metob. You're our new chief medical dwarf. Let's see. Category minor. Yeah, keep you like that. Gelder, planter. I mean, it's associated with surgery, cutting stuff, knives. Anyway, now that I've done that, I can examine the details. Okay, thread side, cloth side, splints, powder for casts. I can make some powder for casts. I have the ingredients for it, so... I mean... Buckets desired, soap desired, okay. Person come here, traction benches, that's what I need. Thought there are a bunch of iron hybrids. There are, yeah. At least we should be very fine for boots now. Where do I assemble yeah, make traction benches. Just a couple of them. And I want some more rock mechanisms as well. And it's time to start getting the new siege stuff figured out as well. For that, I'm going to need a siege workshop. Assemble the siege workshop up in the center? I think so. Let's clean out the hospital somewhat. Get this smoothed. You have a shield? Said you learnt about shield? No, just demonstration. Steel mail though. Steel helm. early summer, military is back off duty again. Look at that. Old furniture, beds. Chest. Nope. Those in. New bedroom. Multi-assign. Assign all those. Cool. Sure. No, not build furniture. Build portal Arthur door. Let's make some bone stuff. What do I want to make? Generic bone crafts. Just give some of our other dwarves a little bit of crafting to do. Get some of our bones used up. Oh, some more. Alright, because we have some just lying down there. Siege equipment. Blister heads. Arrow weapon. Okay, so what can we do here? Assemble blister arrows, make blister parts, make bolt thrower parts, make catapult parts. I do want to try out the new bolt throwers. So you're made out of wood, looks like. 4 of your in position. I need to start ordering a ton of ammunition made. Weapons and ammunition, iron. Yeah, forge iron bolts. Work order. Work orders. Add work order. Forge iron bolts. Get a bunch of those out. We might need to do that a couple of times. Alert! Human caravan has arrived. Ooh, iron scimitar. Fun. Human weapons. Bunch of food. What do you have? Food, cloth. Tame blue jay? A silver two-handed sword? Yep. I want some of this stuff. So, what to sell, what to sell? I could sell more dwarven wine. I could sell... Let me place those traction benches. Weaves headwear. Let's see what we have in the bins. Leather bins, armor bins. Yeah, I do want all that leather. I should probably start turning some more of that leather into clothing and stuff. What's in you? Nearly 5,000. Stored one of the artifacts in here? Yeah, stored the artifact cup in there, that's why. Finished goods. I don't want to sell that codex. Skins, jet staff, large cap maroon. Sell those quivers. Some tattered gloves. Some instruments which I made, but they're very simple to replace. I have all my gems. I need to start setting stuff with gems for sale. Won't accept a bunch of body parts? Oh, tragic, tragic. I do think some food stuff seems like the right idea here. If I have much in the way of food, I can just sell a bunch of prepared food, start making a bunch more. Sure. Dwarven wine, dwarven wine. I want to move up away from the biscuits, so if I sell some of my backlog of that, that should help considerably. Extract of night. God, I just want to sell these little 1 stacks of oats, some dimple cups, some plump helmets, armor, dimple cup seeds. I want to keep you. Sure. Yeah. Apple cider. What do we have? Plug you as well. You're all important. I could start dyeing some cloth with a little bit of dye I made, can't I? Sure, we'll just transport that up now, see how that goes. Dye some cloth using whatever dye you can find. And leatherworks. We need to make some leather stuff. What do we make? Leather socks? Now make leather socks. Oh, could just make some leather shoes. Yeah, just get a little bit more clothing floating around. I do need to get this automated at some point. Leather leggings. Leather trousers. Other objects. Let's get some zinc. Hey, there was something I came in here to make. What was it? Plus altars, book bindings, bookcases, pedestals. Something I wanted to use the zinc for. Make furniture, zinc. Yeah. I need some zinc chains, that was right. It says I need some more chains and I have far too much zinc. A couple of those on the subject of chains and stuff. Build machines. Build furniture. Faction benches. Get those in. Things, and I did have the top cap down, but I reckon it's time we put you back up to a full 200. That's stuck right. Did stick. Bucket full of water just left on the stairs. Okay, so comes to constructing bolt throwers. You probably want to cut away just a bit more along here. Yep, like that. We'll carve fortifications into the wall, which will require smoothing the wall first. Yep, and then military, bolt throwers. I believe you can fire through fortifications. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, you need a chain. Okay, that can be something you use the zinc ones for then. If I cut this out and then channel down, I can have another avenue to fire a siege weapon from up top. Still spear, just kind of down there. Custom, you are going to be in ammunition stockpile. There we go, ammo. Range, sure, yep. Hurry care, there should be more than enough space. Make furniture, zinc, chain, make furniture, zinc. I mean, I'll need cages in the future. Leave that order in. Zinc, chain. Worker requested. Trade. The what do I want? Buy raw clear glass and ropes. The blocks. Leather bins. That's what I'm interested in. Sell all of those. Leather armor boxes. Don't need any of you. Head down the bottom. Don't need a nest box. Don't need a splint. Don't need to buy cheese. Should be fine for food stuff at the moment. Buy potato plants. Not the actual potatoes though, I don't think. Could cook some seahorses. A lot of meat. Yeah. What do we have? We want leather bins. If I just get you... I have plenty of leather. I could get the cotton and the rope reed and stuff. Which I think I will. Yeah, just trade like that. Cool. And no trader needed. Then you all on your way. They're cooking using the tallow. I do not want them to cook using the tallow. New type of tallow, new labor, kitchen orders. Seed, don't cook using the seeds. Yes, please not cook using my alcohol storage. Do cook using the syrup though, and the yolks if you can. God, I have so much of that now. I can probably tell them to start cooking using plump helmets too, but... Well. Tripe, liver, intestines, making some dog stew. Yeah. A stack of 7 chopped naked mole dog liver stew. The ingredients are minced cat tallow, minced chopped naked mole dog liver, and minced chopped naked mole dog liver. Delicious. Are we out of coal? We are out of coal. We exhausted our supplies. Make charcoal. Never mind then. And we'll have to try and get to work on that. I need to get a standing order up about that to prevent that from happening again. Wood furnace, a smelter. Make coke from lignite. Make coke from coal. These are going to be if the amount of coke available is ever less than 40. Oh, yep. And same here. Amount of coke available is less than 40. I mean, we'll do this one a little bit higher, less than 50. Yep. Make a bunch of charcoal for now. Monster Hunter, no Monster Hunters, please. Ah. Oh, that is excellent. The pigtails. Someone's suit of armor has just been dropped here. Snatchers. Okay, where are they? Up top. Station, everyone here. Immediately form up into position. Yep. Okay, how's the military squad going? Let us U-link, show link building. Pull the lever. Immediately. Please stand clear. Lord Consort. Oh, so yeah, same guy. You're the Lord Consort who requested. That's the second time you've come along. Okay, done. Oh bugger, I designed that wrong, didn't I? It just vanishes rather than going up. Never mind. Pull the level again. I will need to redesign that. Good to know at this point, I guess. Yep, stray cavi pup starved to death. Yep. Set you up wrong. So I will need to disassemble you. Do not go to sleep. We're on a full alert here. No, don't do combat drills. Okay, how can I do this? Off duty. Ready. There we go. Yep, you've been fighting. Fighting some of the humans. I do not know what that is. Ah, that's from old staircase when I was planning stuff. I should probably remove that. Let's see, so how has your fight been going? Yep, being shot repeatedly with arrows. Flying silver bolt strikes you in the head, tearing the muscle. Strike, strike. Flying silver bolt. Exhausted, lost the ability to stand. Health, lost the ability to stand, ability to grasp somewhat impaired. Some gypsum. Where are the other two? They're up here. You're there. Ability to stand lost, ability to grasp somewhat impaired. Well done, sir. I may not have accepted you, but you defended the fort nonetheless. Looks like they're fleeing. Yeah, and you've taken a nasty crossbow bolt to the stomach. And you are also fleeing. Don't even have to clean up any corpses if they all get away. We forbid you. Okay, we'll take that bag. We forbid you. We forbid you. An abandoned bucket. Looks good. You, I want to turn off ammo storage. For you, I do want all the ammo up in the ammo locations. Schedule. Back to staggered training. Cancel an order. And just dump everything on the floor as they do. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of pigtail processed in there. I do probably want another farmer's workshop over here. Dye a bunch of cloth if you have access to dye. Grab some rope reed cloth. And what sort of dye are you going to be grabbing? Nope, never mind, couldn't find any. Start cutting some more gems. Keep that going. Good. You are now full once again of useful stuff. I always need more bins. Migrants. 3 migrants so far. Yep, we have an adequate trapper. No other skills. No relatives. An adequate trapper. With a couple of distant relatives. With a tame turkey. Which is here. No one in the fortress. Adequate miner and armor smith. You didn't even bring your own pickaxe. Who are you? Another adequate trapper. Well, at least you have some family here. You brought your own crown, which is excellent. A porcupine hair crown. Okay, yeah, so you two are... Okay, so this, yeah, is your mother. So you are the mother to cool hair and that trapper. And what are your skills? Fish cleaner, herbalist, competent sword dwarf, social proficient teacher, adequate ambusher, iffy memory, deep sense of patience, great musical sense, very good field social relationships and willpower. She personally greatly respects individuals who persevere through trials and labors. Wonder if I could maybe make you a chef, animal caretaker. Just those? Okay, just those ones. Oh, fairly so-so. What's our equipment currently looking like? I still need gloves, still need some shields, still need more trousers. Greaves, okay. Armor, let's do some... Forge some steel greaves if you can. And we shall be making some more iron bolts. A bunch more, please. Start weaving a bunch of thread into cloth. And start making a bunch of cloth socks. That petition soon. Gonna have petitions that are about something that aren't monster eradicating. I mean, there's temples and stuff to build, isn't there, people? Yep, got some bolts in here. Okay, so what are these options? Keep loaded, do not stand ready. Stand ready but do not fire. Practice fire uses many bolts. Practice archery targets for place archery targets for better training. Fire at enemies. So order you to keep loaded. Here we go. The Courteous Order has many worshippers in Learnedhall and now requests a temple and priest. Location must be built and furnished with a new position appointed by you. Approve. Courteous Order. So where do I want to place this? A temple in here, perhaps? Just gonna very quickly go to here. Add new temple, the Courteous Order. Yeah, Sedil is by far the largest goddess. Goddess of mercy and forgiveness. Quite a few worshippers of Utos too. Yep. A temple to Sedil. I probably just want a generic temple to Sedil as well, but I didn't actually set that right. No, I did not. I reckon some temples over here seem pretty good. Yep, you head down next to the hospital, and we shall grab you, and head down as well to there, and then out along here. And we'll just cut space like that to start with. We'll go one rider in that direction. I want to smooth everything in here and build portal door material after placement. I have two slate doors. I want these to match. Rough hewn granite. Meeting area in here, except I'm sure accept the walls as well. Yep. A new temple dedicated to the Courteous Order, the Nourishing Sanctum. Yep, I will just name you after the creed. Stored instruments, they want instruments and stuff. This will, yeah, be the opportunity to start making instruments. I need some up in the Small Gods Temple as well. I'm trying to think. I think this goddess is associated with brass. But at least I like things associated with brass. We're allied with a demon. That demon has brass scales and he's a devout worshipper of this goddess. Just kind of interesting. Goddess of mercy and forgiveness, who's later, and the demon has converted to her faith and now allied with dwarves and fights against other goblins on our side. Just going through goblins mode, which I thought was rather interesting. Anyway, furniture, brass, statue related to historical figure, Sedil. I think, how do you spell this goddess's name? Leave that in there for now while I check this. Yeah, Sedil, the Horned Love. I should just be able to Yeah, Sedil the Helmed Love. Often takes the form of a female dwarf associated with mercy and forgiveness. A brass statue, and then we shall also make a brass altar. Can do that in here, right? Table, throne, retinue, doors, cabinets, chests. I mean, I will want a chest. Can't forge one there. Craft. I craft, make a rock altar there. Shall want a rock altar. We shall want it carved from. What do I want to carve it from? Granite. What interesting metals do we have around? I could craft it from an ore. That could be interesting. Liner? Hmm. Maybe not. So we have down here orthoclase. Yeah, granite. Dolomite, limestone. Slate, granite. Mica. I head up here, diorite. Cover it from schist. Gneiss. Sphelerite. Quartzite. There we go. Quartzite. Carve it out of quartzite. That seems like a good plan. It's cute. And I might want to stud these with some gems. So we will need you to be the place where statues want to stud the altar and the chest. Maybe just the altar for now. Let's hatch covers, altar, altar, altar. What would an altar go under? I don't know what you would go under. I mean, I can just set up workshop links, I think, for this. So you are currently making a rock door. Once that is done... Yep. You will give items to that stockpile. Yep. Okay, so I want to check. You are... Okay, so you should only be on specific now. So I just want you to be in all stockpile. You are gem setting. All. Okay. Yeah, you're just going to keep cutting gems. Take from there, give to the jeweler's workshop. Yeah. And we'll see if this works. No, I do not want you storing any barrels, any of that, please. Are we going to be able to get you out of there, or do I just need to... Yep. Alter the shape of you. Okay, yeah, like that. That should still work. Late summer. I'm assuming whoever went to go do this did not. In fact. Yep. Okay, wheelbarrow, so you are moving very slowly. You're almost there, though. Wonder how my original dwarves are looking clothing-wise. Really good. You just need some new trousers at some point. Okay, quartzite altar. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so you, yep, are taking from the gem setting pool. I shall need to get some... Okay, so if I were to just add a task, encrust... Do you count as furniture? Cut gems, details, image brand. Specify the gem, what do we have? Okay, so what gems do I currently have in stock that are cut? Are we just storing the rough gems in here? We might just be storing the rough gems in here. Which means I figure out where the finished gems are, which is probably over here. Armor, bar bin, weapon bin, cloth bin, gem bin. The garnets, heliodors, manzanites, carnelians, red spiniel, capuchons, fire opals. Ooh. Okay, so we'll do that for now. I just ask you to encrust finished goods, furniture, encrust furniture with cut gems. What will you grab? Sure, Morian. There we go, quartzite altar encrusting. Worth 10, you're 40. On the item is a finely designed image of smooth pebbles in Morian. What? Okay, so I shall need to keep messing around with you. This is somewhat fiddly, but it seems to be working. You shall give to there. I mean, actually, I don't need you to give to anywhere, do I? this moment. So we shall also add a new task. Encrust furniture with cut gems up. Specify type. An image of Sidil. Helmed love. Yep. What type of gem did you pick out, friend? Rough Morians? Okay, where are you hauling that, friend? You should not be hauling that. Okay. Not what I wanted to happen. Okay, and you are currently accepting nothing. You know, figure out how to do that better later. For now, I think that's probably good enough. Anyway, back to placing this. How are we going for value here? So I want to build furniture. Offering place. Altar. Build furniture. Statue in the corner. Yep. Build furniture. A chest of brass. This 8-year-old child is holding a brass statue. That is not what I asked for. Okay, it is still... Okay, it is still related to the goddess. This is a superior quality brass statue of Dosningot Blackhole. The item is a superiorly designed image of Dosningot Blackhole the Goblin in brass by a golden... The goblin is screaming. The artwork relates to the moment when Settle the Helmed Love cursed the goblin to assume the form of a raccoon-like monster every full moon. Huh. Yeah, how about engraving? Specify image related to... Specify new image. Related to civilization, related to site. Group symbol, civilization symbol. Yep, we'll add some engravings. Relating to Sidil. Relating to Sidil. Wearing civilization or other group. Courteous order. Yep. And then the front can be covered with engravings relating to this specific religion. Right, relating to the courteous order. Image relating to civilization or other group. The courteous order. And we just sit back and let that happen. You're on the appropriate person list, right? Yeah, skilled engraver. Very rusty, but this will help you get unrusty. So, engraved from wall is an image of Atu Flash Maligned, the and Ekru Recluse, the goblin and dwarves. Atu Flash Maligned is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the election of the goblin, position of most sacred gate in 106. Yep, same thing. See if this last one is also the same thing. Yep, same thing. How are we going value-wise, though? Getting better. So I do need to start putting some instruments in. Yep. So said also making vampires. Doing a lot of stuff to goblins. I guess that probably relates to the whole demon and goblin civilization worshipping her as well. A different vampire, this time a dwarf. And back to the werewolf raccoon monster thing. How do I want to do this? I could add some more statues. Instruments, large instruments. What can I make? Add new tasks. Make instrument pieces. We have drums, strings, shan and naz and nanjas. Make instruments. Bellows, head, pipe. What is a nanjas? Add new task. Make instrument piece. We need a nanja's melody pipe. We shall make you out of zinc brass. Or forge you out of zinc. Instrument pieces. I've already made one of those. I made that kind of before starting the stream today. That's just a solid single piece instrument thing. A Nanja's bag. Let's see. Nanja's drone pipes. Nanja's melody pipe. Okay. Okay, made out of bone. Yeah, I'll make a couple more of these instruments just to have them on hand. I can start making a kiln up here too in order to get some glass and stuff in position, which I think I will. So we'll just cut away into that wall a bit. Make instrument. Still need the Nanja's melody pipe. That should have been made. Add new task. Make instrument piece. Do I need another one? on our brass. Just let them carve whatever on the floor for now. Have some specific ones at least, so... I'll just keep making some instrument pieces. A neck bowl. Instrument pieces. Vessel blowpipe. Drone pipes. A NAS. A chest. A keyboard. Pipe. A wood. Stone and stone. Workshop. Furnace. A kiln. A glass. Magma glass furnace. That's what we want. Yep, symbol of the autonomous trumpets. What is our symbol? A masterly designed image of two bitter vetch. Apparently that is the symbol of our civilization. I notice we're out of meat. Probably time to slaughter some more cats and dogs. Get some more food income. We shall build an instrument in there. We're going to attach a steel short sword. That is all right. Make more instrument pieces. Let's see. Eshak strings. Can only be made of silk thread. Okay, that's probably not happening. Lucem? Sure, you can do that. Make Lucem strings, make instrument piece, make a Lucem body. We'll get some sand storage in here. I need to make more bags, don't I? I have no idea where I would find you stone. That's for clay. You do store sand, don't you? I mean, it's not a block or a bar. Unless I'm deeply misunderstanding something. Other... in sandstone, but that's not what I'm looking for. Never mind, I do not know. Maybe you don't store it at all. Regardless, We can place a sand gathering point just to here. Accept. And I cannot add tasks to this. Like sand. I need to also make leather bags. Make a lot of leather bags, please. I could add like windows to the stairway. Get rid of the smooth slate. Add some gem windows, maybe? I like that. Leave the floor underneath. Build furniture. Build construction. Gem window. What do we have? Red spinels, green tourmalines, fire opals. This is white jade. I want them to be the same or different. Let's do the same and we'll do clear garnet gem windows. Let's do a couple of yarn dresses. Let's... How am I doing on thread and stuff? Yep, plenty of wool yarn, lot of yak hair, lots of pigtail thread. Work orders. Weave thread into cloth. Yep, you're a temple. So we shall now recognize the priesthood. Who is going to be the sacred fortification? Yep, I will check you momentarily. The Edsel Brookmakod, the cook. What's your deal, Ezreal? Okay, you're one of our starting dwarves with a bunch of tasks. Maybe not you. How about Adil Endo, the animal caretaker? To your relationship to the god. Okay, you worship a few gods. I mean, actually, the way to look at it, who's in here at the moment? So you're praying, you are very devout, you only worship Sedil. Oh, we have visitors coming in for the temple. I don't know if I actually want that. I will think about that in a second. Miner, armorsmith, stonecutter. You only worship Sedil as well. Sure, our armorsmith can be the leader of this. And I don't think I'll allow outside visitors for this place at least. Alright, so you have come to visit. Yep, came to pray and to perform at the Nourishing Sanctum. Yes, and it's our caravan and our liaison. The caravans just keep coming. What do I have to sell? I might just sell this stuff. I didn't actually want to make leggings. I meant to make trousers for those, so... Let's see, what else? Finished goods, bunch of mugs. Tattered shoes, and an artifact, which we are not selling. Codex, which I also don't want to sell. I should get a library up, even if there's nothing much happening to it, just to store books in it reliably. I could sell this one, though. This contains all those instrument parts I just spent ages making. Mechanisms, tables, thread, tools, granite thrones. They do want footwear. Not sure, I can make more boots. Get all of those up here. You guys all have boots equipped, don't you? No, you don't. Warm over clothing, worn over. Uniform replaces clothing. Thank you. Okay, so how do I get you to update? Uniform replaces clothing. Confirm. Okay. And in which case, I don't actually want to move any of that. They'll need it. So instead... Oh, bit of a loss. I could just sell... Yeah, I just need to make more crafts and stuff, don't I? Well, guess I'm just not selling that much. I can sell some more drink. Oh, sell barrels. Sell them a bunch of small stacks of dwarven wine. Turn all that into dye if I really wanted to. You... Sell that off. I don't need so much in the way of leaves for dye. I want to keep the bit of dwarven beer I have. Stew. Sell that. Dwarven syrup I can sell. Yep. Don't know if I have any dwarven syrup to process, but who do we have? Someone has been possessed. One of our trappers. Dabbling mason, dabbling stonecutter. Was it a different one? Hog, claiming a stoneworker's workshop. Who's Cog? Animal trapper. Okay, you are underneath. Yep. Do not follow. Don't kick out. Oh, emptying some stuff out of the temple. Well done. And more slate. Diplomacy, liaison, information added, request for next year's caravan. I mean, more cloth. Llama. Let's go. Pigtail cloth. Cave spider silk cloth. Done. Okay. Need for backpacks. Oh, stuff's being bitten by cave spiders. At least it's just the cats. Don't need more monster hunters. Should probably do another round of slaughtering. And get rid of the older pigs now, right? Sure. Slaughter 2 pigs. Dogs and cats, and slaughter a couple of cats, the dogs, oh, dog and a cat. Lots of wood still lying around here. People are arriving. Broker requested. There we go. Nope, gone to conduct another meeting. Now, let's see, what did you bring? Your bins, meat, fish, plants, and some more strawberries. Cheese. Okay. Just food and leather and stuff. So I actually sell everything I wanted to sell. Empty wooden barrel? I mean, they brought it here. That is 470. I could get some silk cloth. And some leather. And some more leather, or at least some of the leather out of it. Trade. Yep. Thank you for your business. I am also all good. No broker needed. More puppies. Attached to an iron shield. Fair enough. Oh, more dogs growing up. I need to keep killing them. So how's our equipment going? We need more gloves, need more shields, need more... Oh, need another pair of trousers. You seem to be getting pretty good. Great sword dwarf, great discipline, great fighter. Excellent, excellent. Watching a shield, leading a shield demonstration, individual drills. We're all still running around with a bronze helm, but never mind. I do want to resume construction, thank you. Let's see how this goes. Hang on, zoom in. Sparring. Attacks, but jumps away, strikes, narrowly deflected, easily deflected, misses. Strikes with the pommel. Deflected, very good sparring. Okay. So, our trap has created a slate figurine of Mincot Pass Vault. Offers it to the gates. Where did this happen? There we go. Budarinod. This is a slate figurine of Mincot Pass Vault. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterly designed image of Mincot Pass Vault for Dwarf and Seed Life the Most Grave in Almond Wood. Raising Seedwood. Artwork relates the creation of Seed Life the Most Grave in Learnedhall by the dwarf Mincot in the early summer of 183. Encrusted with granite, menishes with spikes and pigtail, image of mountains and slate, an image of the interpretations of animals, the Forgotten Beast parchment scroll. That's a fun parchment scroll. And table cut gem, image of a gem in Morian. Look at that. 1, 2. Wonder how many of each class we have. But yeah, we're not quite at the point where we would expect to have any guilds up, but we're getting close on a couple. Firing dogs and puppies, all sorts of stuff. Don't know how I just saw the need hematite message pop up there, so thinking if we follow up our mining pit here, what we have tetrahydrite, cinnabar, white lignite, bituminous coal, magnetite. Yeah, just dig out a bunch more of this space up here, more mining operations. Send them on their way while I keep looking around. Cut some of this lignite. Give our miners something to do. And I need to keep trying to get these in position. I started doing that, but did not. Bolts nearby and available. I need more bolts. Bolts loaded. Bolts nearby but assigned to hunters. Yep. So we need to keep working. Okay, you're presently... Say you're assigned to forge iron bolts. Where's our weaponsmith? Okay, I probably rather you did not do that. Pray. Labor. Can I... Will do tasks available anywhere? Only do assigned tasks. Your nobility? I didn't mean to click that, but... I would like that to just get it done, please. People do seem pretty happy. Thinking we might as well smooth all this down. Make this dining room even better. Here we go. The giantess, Gok, Zactosorpax, Nolus Mangops Nugo has come, a gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. Where are you? There we are. Relations. Here we go. Gok, cast renowned the awe-inspiring Jewel of Searching. Let's see whether or not we die. You have a spear, a named spear, strapped to your upper body. A steel spear, encrusted with a bunch of gems. A gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. And I never fixed that drawbridge, did I? Well, we need to get someone on the bolt thrower, ideally. We shall schedule. Everyone, stand ready. Everyone, gather up here. So, how would I go about... Let's see if I can get this bolt thrower doing something as the giant comes in. This music's good. Dun, 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 dun. Work orders. Labor, siege operators. Okay, everyone does this. I have no trained siege operators at the moment, so I use main bolt. Stand ready. Ready to fire. Someone on that, please. Two, three. Yep, there's our 6th soldier. We shall squads remove out to there. Where's the giant? Gonna kill our livestock animals, probably. Terrified while in conflict. Oh. Human axeman. Memories. Overview. Yep, so a visitor who has not talked to anyone yet. See how this goes. heavy bleeding. So the human axeman slashes the giantess in the lower right arm with his silver halberd, tearing the muscle. Giantess misses, giantess charges, human axeman jumps away. Lower right arm, left hand tearing the muscle, bruising the bone. Well done. Your silver halberd. Heavy bleeding, ability to grasp lost. Both arms cut. Yep, that's the spear dropped. Yep, pulls left wrist, loses hold of the spear, giantess misses, tears the fat, lower body, charges, jumps away. Stabs in the right lower arm, fracturing the bone. Lower body tearing the fat. Lower lip with the shaft, injured part is crushed. Overexerted, unconscious. Very well done. I didn't even need to worry, did I? Yep, and now gives into pain. Slashes in the head, fracturing the skull. Yep, that's what did it. Boom. Smash the skull open with the halberd. And now just repeatedly striking the head. That is a dead giantess. You, sir, are extremely, extremely excellent. You know what? I think you might be wanting to come and join our monster hunters, and I've been turning everyone away. But you, Zilta Dentfinger, are probably going to be accepted. I will unforbid that spear. That's a good spear. Well then. Schedule, training, get other orders. The threat is over. Never let anyone say monster hunters are not useful. They are very useful. You can go out on the surface and fight stuff before it even gets out of the vomit piles. And I need to fix this bridge. Store item in stockpile. Nope, harvest plants. You're going to store an item in the stockpile. Merchants will be leaving soon. What are your thoughts? Feels hopeless after being nauseated with the sun, but feels nothing after seeing the giantess got cast down the awe-inspiring Jewel of Searching's dead body. Wow. And you are going to carry this giantess' body down to the corpse pit. Petition? Zilta Dentfinger? Approved. You get in. You killed a giant for me. See? All the other monster hunters just kind of walking in here with no recommendations, no actual evidence back up their petitions. That's how you prove it. You just kill a giant on the way in. So you already have one memory, and it is being rained on. Okay, so how do you set up drawbridges? Constructions. Okay, so that's a retractor. So that turns into a wall. That one just vanishes. So if I just go... like that. What do I want to make it of? Dolomite, slate, granite? Sure. Granite. Seems like a good idea. We'll build that, then link it, and then hopefully that should give me an actual functioning. And I don't need you anymore. You can keep loaded, but yeah. Well done manning it, by the way. More dwarven syrup. I know I have a few sweet pods in there. I should also get another one or a loom to weave thread to cloth. When amount of unused collected plant thread is greater than 10, check monthly. Yeah, and weave 10. And that should get me a nice trickle of pigtail fiber cloth coming in, which I have sorely needed. And I need to remember to keep doing bedrooms, build, furniture. Never stops, always more stuff to do. Build, furniture, cabinet is an N. I don't think any more in here, but any more down here? No. So we're good to start placing those. And I had a bunch of cabinets ready. Build furniture H for chest. Okay, no more. Build furniture B for bed. Yep, another 5 bedrooms in. You're all designated? Yes, you are. Forge iron bolts. What is my weaponsmith currently doing? Praying. Still. I can probably afford to actually have these done at the non-legendary one. Cancel you. Cancel you. Migrants and another baby, who will check out both these things in a moment. First of all, forge iron bolts. Yep, 10 sets. Okay. Baby. Aerith, the farmer. Zoom to you. Yep. So you have, that is your only child, I believe, with your husband. Yep. This adoration. Good, 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 good. And who do we have? Cullen, the baby. Current thought, Papa. Excellent. What's your personality? You have an amazing memory, very good sense of empathy, a great deal of patience, the ability to focus, and a good feel for social relationships. You disdain stoicism. More migrants. Where do we have out to here so far, it looks like? True lovers, 12 children. Nope, one out the front. A 7-year-old, another one, an 11-year-old. Okay. Quiet the column here. I think that's the front though. So we have this 15-year-old. Oh, you're almost ready to be useful. Child of an animal caretaker and a wood burner. Uncle is this weaponsmith. A second legendary weaponsmith. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, excellent. Now I have redundancy. Alright, any skills? Not really. Down here we have this 7-year-old. Her mother, the cheesemaker. We have an adequate weaponsmith. No real other skills. Along with... Look at the hair on that one. That is very good. So we're here with 4 kids. Okay. Ah, your mother is the Sacred Fortification Disappointed. So these are her grandkids showing up. That's fun. Huh. Also, your aunt is the outpost liaison. Yeah, and that's who we were just looking at. Yep, paternal grandmother. You're one of that one spawned 12-year-old. The 11-year-old. 7-year-old. Your father is a fish cleaner. Few relatives from the other larger extended families. Yeah, legendary weaponsmith. The adequate bower, adequate spinner, presser, gelder, dabbling organizer. Competent sword dwarf, probably not going to risk you though. You're a proficient speaker, competent judge of intent, a skilled poet, a competent tracker. Meager ability of social relationships, great affinity for language, ability to focus. Person sees war as a useful means to an end, finds the pursuit of knowledge to be a waste of effort, dislikes cooperation, doesn't care about art one way or the other. You're another potential sheriff slash captain of the guard candidate, maybe. Yep, married to the woodburner. You were that animal caretaker. Animal caretaker, Soper, another bow dwarf. You're the woodburner. Competent sword dwarf. Which, got so many sword dwarfs, but I reckon good chance you're going to end up in there. Quick to tire and weak. Not so good, but... Relationship, yep. Another kid. You're the excellent hair kid. That's all 4 of them represented now. Adequate fisher dwarf. Okay, yep. So your husband is also coming along with a bunch of your kids. Stonecrafter. Butcher, presser. Competent marks dwarf. Could get some crossbow people out, though I'm going to be running very low on bolts already. Legendary Stonecrafter. Animal Dissector. More bow dwarf. Yep, kids, kids, kids. A lot of children. At least a lot of these ones are pretty old, so they might reasonably become adults kind of in the time frame we're looking at. Yep, you're the cheesemaker. Competent sword dwarf. Okay. All sword dwarfs. No axe dwarfs or hammer dwarfs. When I say that, competent mace dwarf. There we go. A lot of deities. It's not so good. That's everyone. Where are you set to sheets? Yeah, I need to remember how to store sand. reason I cannot just click add new task. Still no interesting critters, just very slowly starving to death naked mole dogs. More migrants mean it will soon be time for more bedrooms as well. Work just never stops. We have pig meat stew. And pig meat tallow, pig meat prepared pig spleen, and minced pig meat. I want to make some more ash. Have at least a bit of that on hand. Yep, processing plants. Make some cloth mittens. Make some cloth dresses. Some cloth trousers. Oh, we're making good progress. 77 people already. Is that fairly soon, I think? We should have the petition to become a town, set up a mayor, do all that good stuff. Hopefully that bridge is set up correctly now. Shield, trousers, gloves. And while I'm here, I need to get another Master Weaponsmith's Forge up. Only one may be assigned. Yeah, Treat Workshop. So I will need a second one up. A second Master. I need more anvils. Furniture, iron. Nope, not furniture. Other objects, iron, anvil. There you go. It's under other objects for the altar. Have to keep that in mind. Yeah, we finish up yet another year coming through. Almost to winter now. We've survived giant, we've survived goblin snatchers. We are still not properly fortified. We have, however, vaguely claimed this section of the caverns. We're not that well defended from the south, but I have seen nothing at all poking in from this direction. Yeah. Unfortunately, I am looking at the time, and I am thinking, also my voice is starting to get a bit croaky. Don't know if you can hear it now, but I'm not too used to speaking for a long period of time. Yeah, I am thinking it's probably time we finish up. I have enjoyed myself quite thoroughly. The fort is making lovely, lovely progress. And I will be back continuing with this on, I think, yeah, on next Thursday. So thank you very much for stopping by and watching, people. There's a couple of people lurking at the moment, so once again, thank you very, very much. And I shall see you all next time. I should probably figure out how to send raids somewhere at some point when I actually end up with a couple of people, but that can be for a later problem. So, bye, goodbye, goodbye. Bye.